Hello and welcome to another episode of the Magic Kings podcast. My name is Steve, a travel agent with Just Add Magic Travel, and normally I'm here with my great big beautiful dads, but I don't have a dad here with me today. I have a mom. Hello, and what's your name?
Ashlee.
Ashlee, hello. Good to see you.
You too.
And you're associated with another one of our special guests. Is that right?
Yes, you've been talking to my husband, Steve.
Oh, well, you're married to that guy?
I am.
I had no
yes,
idea.
I am.
Wow. How is that? Oh, well, that's another episode. We're going to talk about it. So, and you are a Disney fan as well.
I am, especially because of my husband.
Oh, okay. So he's
definitely
really
turned me into one.
Wow. He got you into it.
Yep.
And you now are following, like, so you watch the YouTube channels, you know, you watch the ride time scroll in your house.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And you're okay with his,
obsession.
Yes.
Yeah. we are okay with it.
All right, well, that's good. Yeah, all right. No, I'm kind of right there with him. My wife is not quite to the point where you are yet. We're working on it.
She'll get there.
She's getting there. Yeah, exactly. So what we're gonna get into in this episode is, so you have a 2.5-year-old Hunter. He's a friendly guy.
Oh yeah,
he's the best. And you have been to Disney World with him. What?
We've been with him once, and we're going to take him again in August.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. Yep. And we wanted to talk about, because I have this experience too. So he was like, like 1.5 or so.
Yeah.
And I went with Fran, my daughter, when she was 3, or right before she turned 3, going to Disney World with toddlers. So that's what we're here to talk about, because you're really an expert on that, kind of lower into the toddler range. I think a lot of people say, oh, they won't even remember it,
That's one of the biggest things people tell you.
So we're going to get into that.
All right.
But what we need to do, you're a new guest, we need to go through our lightning lane round of questions. All the questions, get a sense of what kind of Disney person you are. Okay. So we're going to hit these, all right?
All right.
So, first question. How many times have you been to Walt Disney World?
5.
5.
I went twice as a kid, and then I've been 3 times as an adult.
Wow. Okay. All right. Nice. How old were you when you first went?
5.
Okay.
Yep, 5.
All right. So not quite a toddler.
Still needed a stroller. I remember that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I remember my parents being very upset about that.
But I have a hot take that I actually enjoyed having the stroller.
I was gonna say I was ready to talk to you about that.
Oh,
yeah. It is.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's not spoil it. We're gonna get into that. That's good. All right. So you know the My Disney Experience app.
Yep.
The Disney World app. Okay. And you have a character in that app.
Yeah.
That like you choose as like your profile picture. So your husband kind of flunked this question.
Yeah, I remember him saying this, and I think I'm gonna flunk it too, because I really don't. I don't know what I can't remember. I think we did after he had the episode with you. I think we looked it up, and now I can't even remember what it was.
Do you have it handy? Do you want to look it up?
Let's see.
Time. If it's Mickey Mouse.
Weird.
I should have asked him which one he picked since I embarrassed him.
He changed it recently to the Fantasia Sorcerer Mickey. Yeah.
Can I tell you that's the third? You're the third guest we've had on here that has had that as their character.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? That's so funny. All right, cool. What's your favorite park at Disney World?
That's tough. It's between Magic and Hollywood.
Okay.
I think I'd go with Hollywood.
Okay.
I like the Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, all that. So I think I would go with Hollywood.
All right. His husband was the same. All right. So you got to pick one. What's your favorite ride?
Oh, Pirates.
Oh.
Pirates. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That one has gone up as an adult, has like rocketed up my list. I always liked it, but
I
now...
loved it as a kid, but then I feel like it still holds up as an adult too.
Absolutely. I have I don't know if you can see it in the corner there, a Pirates water bottle.
Oh, okay.
And like in a little like holster. My sister got that for me.
Oh, that's cool.
She gets me a lot of gifts from Disney. Yeah, it's pretty good. No, I love Pirates. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
All right, your favorite show, and that includes like nighttime shows, parades, everything.
Love the Festival of the Lion King.
Yeah, that's mine. That's my number one.
I think we went. I think for the first time in 2020, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was pre-COVID.
We did go pre-COVID.
Because I was gonna say it was shortened for at least a couple of years.
Yeah.
But now it's back.
Yep.
It's been back for a while. But yeah. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Favorite resort at Disney World?
So I've only been to 3.
Okay.
All-Star Sports, Port Orleans, Riverside, and Caribbean Beach.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Port Orleans, Riverside has been my favorite so far.
Okay, yeah.
I liked Caribbean because of the Skyliner. I liked the location of that one. But we stayed at Port Orleans, and we stayed in one of the the royal rooms.
Oh.
And that was just it was magical.
Yes.
They have like the fireworks behind the bed, and like the Aladdin magic carpet and the Aladdin lamp in the bathroom. So I mean, I'm a huge Aladdin fan, and so that was definitely my favorite. So
that's awesome.
I do like Port Orleans.
That's a great one. My favorite, I think, is French Quarter. That's why I said, and I like a lot of them, but Riverside is awesome. Yeah. I love both. It's a great sleeper hit. It's underrated, I think.
But we're gonna stay at the Beach Club and Poly this year, so I'm excited to try those out and see. Those might be our next favorites, but
that's gonna be amazing. Oh my god, I'm jealous. I've never stayed at the pot. That's gonna be awesome. Oh my god. All right. So this is a tough one for people. This tends to be the hardest one for people to answer. Your favorite restaurant at Disney World?
So I think it's become Crystal Palace.
Okay.
Because we went last time, and Hunter loved it. He had such a good experience with the characters.
Yeah.
And earlier in the week, he wasn't big on the characters, and that like sold him.
Yeah.
So I think the magic of him seeing the characters, and like I thought the food was amazing. I thought the buffet style, like there was so many different options.
Yeah.
So I would definitely go with Crystal Palace.
We talk about that on this podcast a lot, that restaurant. Shout out to the Crystal Palace. Yeah, it's a great one. Yeah. We've had a reservation there like right before the fireworks now twice. You don't see the projections on the castle, but you can stand like on their porch if you're like done eating and watch. It's actually a great, if you don't necessarily care about the projections, it's a great spot to watch. So yeah, that's a great restaurant.
And there's a tip to go, I think if you go around like 10 or 10:30, they will switch between breakfast and lunch. And so if you go around, I think it's between like 10 and 10:30, you might get both meals. So that's another tip.
I had no idea. That's a very hot tip. I love that. Wow. Hey, yeah, I would say
we might try that next time.
2 for 1. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, there's a few more here. We got favorite snack.
I mean, I love a good Mickey bar. I actually had one last night. We have them in the freezer always.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got I mean, there's so many good snacks, and they're always changing. So I love Dole Whip too. You gotta go. Yeah, we also have that in our freezer too.
Oh so,
yeah. The frozen snacks, anything like that is go to.
Absolutely, yeah. Two classics. All right, what do you think is an underrated attraction or experience at Disney World?
I'm wondering, I think Steve might have said this, the People Mover.
Yeah,
Did he say People Mover?
Yep,
I do have to agree with him on People Mover.
Yes.
Like, that is one that, like, you don't think it's going to be good, but it is, like, it's a good, solid ride, especially to break up your day and just sit and relax. Absolutely. So I do have to agree with him on that that's a good, underrated attraction.
It totally is. Yeah, you never have to wait. It's a great one.
Yeah,
I love
you just get right on.
Yep. All right, and the last question here is either a magical moment or any time that you were pixie dusted. I don't know if you have an example of like a cast member pixie dusting, but it could be that, or it could be just any magical moment you want to relate to us.
I was thinking about this the other day. I would have to check with my parents, but I think back when I was 5, we had the stroller, and I believe it got stolen.
Ooh.
And we had our ponchos and everything in it. And I believe a cast member gave us brand new ponchos from it. I'd have to double check to make sure the accuracy of that, because I was only 5. But I think that was something a cast member did for us, was get us brand new. Oh, and the other one, when I was 5, I wasn't the height for Splash Mountain. So I remember getting one of those cast member like free lightning lane or fast passes from them. So I think that was, if I remember correctly, I know it was only 5, but I think those 2 little moments there were
it was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, exactly.
maybe a little more than that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow, stolen stroller.
Yeah,
I can't believe that.
I remember that. Yeah.
Wow,
that was a big deal.
When does that? That never happens.
Yeah, it never happens now. I don't know why. For some reason, back in the 90s, 94, 95. Yeah,
get it together back then. My gosh, yeah, they cleaned that up. Wow, good. Well, that was great. That was good. You took us through. Now we have a sense of kind of what what your deal with Disney is. Those princess rooms, I got to get there before for my
your daughter
my
would
little
love
one.
them.
She's
has all the princesses, like they have them throughout the room, so she would definitely love them.
Oh my God, I think I'm like have a fear she's about to age out of the whole princess thing.
No.
We gotta get down there. Yeah, she's like 6.5, so I think she's got another year.
She's still got time.
So
yeah.
She's got some time. Yeah. All right. Well, good. So we're gonna hit. So speaking of strollers, hopefully it doesn't get stolen.
Yeah.
But we're talking toddlers. So you've been again with a kid younger than what I've experienced.
Yep.
A true toddler, and he still is only
He's still
two,
a toddler.
2.5. Yeah. So take us through. What are some of your thoughts about handling Disney World with a toddler?
So I'll start by saying before we had kids and we had gone to Disney as an adult, child free, I was one of those people that was like, nope, I am never bringing my toddler here. I'm not doing it. If I have to bring them in a stroller, I'm not doing it. And then obviously that completely changed.
Yeah.
We're doing it twice already, 2 times in 2 years.
Yeah.
But I was completely against it. And cause seeing all the people with the strollers and the bags and everything, I was like, I don't want to do this. But it turned out when we decided to go, it was a good experience. And even having all the stuff and the stroller, it wasn't as bad as you might think.
Yeah.
You get a lot of people saying, I'm not bringing my toddler because they're not going to remember it.
Right.
Too much work, all that. But overall, I would say do it. It is worth it even with all the extra baggage.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. And I said this already a little bit, but I actually like having the stroller. You don't have to wear a backpack or anything like that, and it is just a place you can stick stuff. And the thing is, at Disney World versus let's say other theme parks or other places where you have to kind of negotiate with a stroller, there's so much stroller parking, and it is now 30 years later, it is secure. You there's people kind of monitoring it. You don't ever have to worry about something's gonna get lost.
Disney truly is built for children, and it is built for kids in strollers and all those accommodations. And they have the stroller parking. They have all these areas for kids. Another thing is in the bathrooms, there's changing areas in every single bathroom. It's clean, lots of space. It is difficult navigating your stroller. You need a husband like Steve who will push right through and get his way. So you just follow him, but it can be hard, but you got to do it. I think, and it is nice. I do like having the stroller to put all your stuff in. Yeah. And sometimes you even get through security a little bit faster because they'll take the stroller first and try to get you through. And sometimes it can be faster. That
is a great point. Yeah, you go through a gate instead of through the. That's a great point. Yeah. Shout out to strollers and people. If they haven't flown with a stroller,
oh my God,
you don't have to pay for it.
Nope.
You gate check it, right?
And you are one of the first people to get on that plane. It is fantastic. That was the other thing, was being afraid to bring a toddler on a plane for the first time. That was very stressful. Yeah. But you are one of the first people. If you have a stroller, you're one of the first people on. Yep. You fold your stroller up and leave it right at the gate. And they take it for you, and as soon as you get off the plane, it is right there waiting for you. So it is very convenient. It is, yeah. No, I think I'm now converted, and now I think next time we go, again, my daughter's 6.5. I don't think she will want to. I don't think we'll have a stroller. We're definitely not going to bring one from home. And I think I'm going to miss it. Yeah. I'm going to probably try to convince her to get a double stroller so I can stick my bag in there with her. So we'll see. But yeah, so don't be afraid of the stroller. Don't be afraid of the stroller. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great point. And the same thing, I know people are afraid of the stealing of the strollers and stuff. Yeah. One tip that I've found that we're going to try this year is getting an air tag for it. And a hidden one where you can hide underneath the stroller. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to try that this year too, just as a precaution, putting those in there because you're going to have your phone. So right. And sometimes, I know this is a good tip too, sometimes that the cast members will move your stroller if they have to. And so sometimes you're like panicking that somebody stole it, but really the cast member just moved it out of the way to another stroller parking.
Totally. Yeah, that has definitely happened to me. Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, no, putting an AirTag in is good. The other thing that we did, because one of the hardest parts of having a stroller is they all look the same. And so when you come off the ride, you're like, where did I park this thing? So every kid, when they're at Disney, I don't know if you've done this, what do they want? A balloon.
I've heard this tip too.
So and it is actually good because you don't actually see, because you think now this tip is out there, maybe everyone has a balloon on it. Ours was like the only one that I saw. We got it and we're like, oh, we'll just put it on the stroller. It actually worked out great. So you can't bring it on the plane, so you got to have that talk with your toddler, like we have to leave this. We actually, last time when we were leaving, and Fran was a little older, so she kind of got it, but we gave it to somebody at our hotel. That's nice. So that was nice. Yeah, it was a good way to kind of say goodbye to it and whatever, and made someone else happy. So I've
also seen on Etsy, I think I'm gonna do this, is you can get like a tag, or it's kind of like a little banner for your stroller with your family name on it, and they do it in Disney characters and stuff. Ooh. So I'm gonna probably do that this year too.
That's a good tip too. Yeah, see, so you won't lose your stroller that way. And can you imagine somebody trying to steal? I mean, we're talking a lot about stealing strollers. I really don't think that.
Yeah, we haven't had. I mean, it happened when I was 5, but like it's not as common now. People really are. It is a relatively safe place, and people are on vacation with their kids. They're all kind of in the same boat.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so not something to super worry about. But I think the AirTag is a good like precaution. I put AirTags in all my bags for whatever reason. All right, awesome. All right, strollers.
A lot of do with strollers. It's crazy.
What else can we talk about with toddlers?
Some things to bring. I thought a couple of things.
Let's do it.
With stroller, another thing with strollers, stroller cover was a key thing for us the last time it rained. It didn't rain too much the last time we were there, but when it did, it poured.
Yes.
And so having a stroller cover to keep your stuff dry and keep your kid dry is nice.
Yeah, it's funny. Last time we went, we had a day where it rained all day, which is rare. I've never had that happen before, but I guess it is possible. And the gift shop at our hotel ran out of stroller covers. Oh, wow. So we just put a poncho on it. It actually didn't work too bad, but bring the stroller cover from home. Obviously, it'll be cheaper than buying it at the gift shop. We just didn't think of it. So anyway,
Oh, portable fan.
Yeah.
Portable fan. We just actually bought another one because we're going in August. It's going to be really hot, but the hook too. Have you seen like the mom hooks or they're like big carabiner hooks for your stroller?
Sure. Oh yeah.
That was nice if you had any like reusable bags or souvenirs.
Yeah.
That's good for that.
Oh, that's a good I haven't done that. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good one.
The reusable water bottles, I know they sell those in the hotels, or even you can bring your own. Like that, having reusable water bottles is super clutch.
Absolutely.
Especially with kids. You
don't want to be buying a $4.50, water every time they need something. Yeah, for sure. No, it's a good. And you can get it at any quick service, and there's filling stations too. Yeah. So for sure, yeah.
I'm gonna try this year the cooling towels, like and misters, because it's just gonna be really hot. We've only gone really in like January, February, so this is gonna be a challenge this year going in August when it's the dead of summer. So
no, it's true.
We're gonna be learning stuff this year. So
you come back. Yeah, I have been not with a toddler, but I have been in the summer, and I mean it is hot. Yeah. There's a lot of AC, and you can take pool breaks and stuff, but no, it is hot. The cooling towels you may not think it. They make a huge difference, and all you gotta do is wet them. Yep. And they stay cool for a while, and So that's a good one. And the fans, obviously, So.
And the last thing we've thought of is snacks.
Yeah.
Easy snacks that you can easily pack. I know some people do like Amazon shipments to like their hotel and stuff. A lot of people do that. We didn't do it last time, but just bringing easy things like pouches, granola bars, Cheerios, something quick, just because I know a lot of like the breakfast places, they get expensive. I think like they'll like sell you bananas for like $5 a banana. So if you just bring like a couple easy quick snacks so that your kid has something in the morning, and that way they're not starving when you can't get to your reservation for a little bit, or you can't get to a quick service for a little bit. Yeah. Something to hold them over.
Yeah, something people forget is that you can bring as much food as you want into the parks. Yeah, don't, there's no limit, you can do that. And people do Amazon, like grocery or Instacart or whatever. Something that we've stuck in the stroller that's worked out well is Uncrustables.
Yes.
Because you stick them in there and they thaw throughout the day.
We actually brought that to your house today.
There you go, see?
Yeah. We brought, Uncrustables are great. I don't know, like, whoever invented those, the Uncrustables
Genius.
and the pouches are the best things to bring for kids just because they're so easy to pack.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
And you think, oh, how are we going to pack the Uncrustables? Yeah, you can get, the Instacart. And they'll, Instacart or whatever service you use, they'll deliver it to, I don't know if this is true at every single hotel, but I think it is, the Bell Services.
Yes.
So not to your room, which is fine. So you can pick it up at Bell Services, and they have freezers and everything there, fridges for whatever you get. So you can get fresh stuff, Uncrustables, whatever. So that's
definitely good tips for that.
All right.
I think that's pretty much, I mean, you pack for your kid. You have to know your kid, whatever your kid's going to need the most. You really don't need too much stuff. You don't want to overpack because it'll get crazy, but
no, that's true. Yeah, and just remember that you can either get anything like within the parks, or you can get stuff delivered, from Kroger or whatever stores down there, Publix, I don't know.
Yeah.
So some of the things that I remember, just more of the like park experience with toddlers to be aware of, and you touched on this a little bit. I want to hear more like the character meet and greets. What do you kind of need to know about toddlers with meet and greets?
Oh, so toddler meet and greets, it truly depends on your kid. So we started with we got a lightning lane to meet Olaf, and that was in Hollywood Studios, and it was his first time going, and he was very skeptic. He was okay, but he was definitely clinging to me and very like, oh, I don't know if I can trust this guy. Yeah. And we had just come off the being afraid of Santa stage. We were in that phase. So Olaf and the other characters were definitely a little intimidating. Yeah. So you have to know your kid and know, is it worth waiting in line? If you're going to get in a line that's like an hour long to meet Mickey, you got to make sure your kid's going to be okay with it.
Absolutely.
So definitely, if you're going to, I would try, if it's their first time, definitely going like if it's a short line. Otherwise, you just can't predict how your kid's going to bait with it.
Yeah. So one thing that's changed since, because you mentioned lightning lanes, it was a really good use of lightning lanes. With Lightning Lane Multipass since last summer, the character meet and greets are no longer part of that.
Hear that.
Yeah, so just to put that out there, that was a really good use of lightning lanes for kids for exactly the reason you're saying. I think so I couldn't agree more. Like, don't wait an hour.
Yeah, do not wait an hour for these. There are characters walking throughout the park too, so you might catch one like that, and you can get an idea if your kid's going to actually like it.
Yes, and I think there are some that consistently have short lines. So like, the one that comes to mind for me is Winnie the Pooh in the UK. He's kind of tucked away, hidden in the back. People don't know
like
he's there.
Butterfly catching, I think.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
sometimes,
so you can get an idea if your kid's gonna like it.
Yes, and then when he's done catching butterflies, sometimes he'll like be in there to do like a real meet and greet. So that. And the other distinction that I would make for toddlers is there's the characters in the suits, and then there's like face characters like princesses and stuff like that. I think kids, they might be a little intimidated meeting, Tiana or whoever, but it's a little more approachable. They're talking to you. Yeah. They're a real person. Yeah. So maybe kind of start with that and then kind of work your way up to the characters if you think it might be an issue. But yeah, I think eventually a lot of kids get used to it. Like, as you said, when you went to Crystal Palace, he loved it.
Yeah. So, that was really nice. So like a lot of the character dining is nice because you will have characters actually come up to your table.
Yes.
We only did the one during that vacation because they are very expensive because they're buffets. Yeah. And so they can get very expensive. But they do come right up to you and they do give you like a little bit of like personal time to meet. So that is nice. And what's nice is if your kid is under 3, the character dining is free for them.
That's true.
So it is a good perk. If your kid's under 3, they can they're at least free. And so if they don't like it, they don't like it. But you're not paying extra for that kid.
That's a great
so
point.
that is a good way to try it out too.
Yeah, no, the character dining is a good way to kind of introduce it, as you're saying, for sure. That's a great but
tip. I wouldn't do too many of them. Like on a trip, maybe do 1 or 2 at the most.
Absolutely.
It's a lot.
It is. Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, it is a long experience too because you're waiting for the characters to come to your table. So if you're trying to get in and out, you don't want to pick a character dining.
That's right. That's one if you need a break. If you whatever do. Yeah, I think 1 or 2. I mean, if you're really into it, maybe you can get the dining plan. It makes it a little, easier to swallow there. But yeah, no, I agree. It can add up for sure. All right, that's kind of hitting the characters. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Hunter had this when the first time we went with Fran. She was almost 3. She had never been to a theme park before. Lucky kid. First theme park is Disney World.
Same.
Yeah. She didn't understand that the ride ended.
Oh.
That it was over. I don't know if you had this experience.
No, we didn't. He was probably too little.
Yeah, it was very.
We are nervous for that for this time around. We're a little nervous about that.
It's something to because they were she was only a little bit older. They're about the same age at this time, and having a bunch of rides. The worst was her favorite ride, which was Tomorrowland Speedway.
Oh,
that blew her mind that she could drive a car, and she was inconsolable when it ended. Yeah, we really had to, and she just didn't get it.
Yeah.
But I remember happened after Dumbo, a few of the rides where she was just loving it, and then all of a sudden it's over. So that's one thing to keep in mind with toddlers, I think, is to maybe it's hard to reason with them sometimes, but just try to set that expectation with them, or just be prepared, I guess.
Yeah. And like distraction's always a good thing too. If you try to once the ride's over, be like, oh, we're gonna go do this, and oh, look at that, that works with our kid. Is just like when he's upset, we just move on to the next thing. That can be a helpful tip if your kid's inconsolable after Tomorrowland Speedway.
That's one that was her favorite. Did he do it when?
No, I think he was still a little too short for that one.
So. Yeah, he probably would have been at 1.5. Yeah, that would be way too small to do. If he goes on that this time, he might lose his mind.
Yeah, he might. He's very into like the turning the wheel and all that. So
and you actually drive it's different from you drive. It's he's gonna.
I've never been on that personally, so I am excited. We might try that one.
It's not my if you're an adult, it's definitely skippable.
Yeah.
But for a kid, especially for toddlers, like older 2.5, let's say, and up. When they can really do it, my God, he's gonna lose his mind. He's gonna love it.
We're hoping he should get onto Barnstormer this year, but that one's also very quick. So I'm a little nervous that he might get upset that it's over.
Yeah,
that's one that we're nervous about.
That was something I was gonna discuss. Is like the thrill rides, and as kids start to get tall enough for these rides, if you're doing a thrill ride, start with Barnstormer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And actually, when Fran was the first time it was too much for her. She actually didn't like it. Now she loves everything Space Mountain. She doesn't care. She loves everything. But so be prepared for that. It might just
definitely.
It is pretty, if you've never done a roller coaster.
Right.
It's
but definitely
intense.
Start with Barnstormer.
Yeah,
that
for sure.
Quick. It's less than a minute, I think.
Yes, and it's the least intense. I mean, definitely the least intense of any up at Disney. So that was one. And then the other thing, did he do PhilharMagic?
Yes.
Yeah. Did he like it?
He wouldn't put the glasses on though. So that I know there was a few 3D things.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't put the glasses on. So I don't know if he got as good of an experience. I remember he wouldn't with Muppets either. He wouldn't put the glasses on.
You don't have to worry about that on your trip.
Oh yeah.
So sad.
Sad.
No, I'm not. It's okay. It's okay.
But I think I think he did like the the screen shows.
So the one thing I remember, I was just thinking as I knew we were going to talk about toddlers, and with Fran, you know how at the end Donald gets shot, and he's in the wall.
Yeah.
She was horrified.
Oh my!
She thought it was really Donald.
And
she was so upset. I mean, and even still, she understands the situation, but she's like, I didn't like that. They hurt Donald. I was like, oh my God, it's a joke.
Oh man!
No, but just something to be aware of.
These are things that I haven't even thought of.
See? And there's just that level of not understanding that this is all pretend.
Yeah.
And that it's kind of the similar thing to the ride is over. It's you're not in control of this. It's I don't know. It's something
for fun. It's not,
exactly.
Yeah,
yes, it's all for fun.
Yeah, it's all in fun.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I think. Something overarching I'd say about toddlers and people who are stressed out about, and I want to rethink about this, but about going with toddlers. Well, they won't remember it. I think that's like even too stupid to even talk about. Like they don't remember anything. Okay, great. Let's just lock them in a room until they're 5.
I was saying the same thing. What are you not going to take? You're not going to take them anywhere until they're 5.
Exactly. Yeah. They won't meet your grandparents until you can remember who they are. Like, give me a break. So let's forget about that. But the other thing is, you're not going to check everything off your list.
No, absolutely not.
And like the thing you have to understand is, again, I want your thoughts on this. They'll see something like, I think of outside the Winnie the Pooh ride, there's a little like tiny house you can go into. And sometimes they'll just need to go in there for a half an hour. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And you are wasting your time standing there. You can go to a better playground down the street from you, right? But they will just need to do that. And if you are just okay with that, right, and you're not stressed out, we're going to do this and that, I think going into your trip and saying, listen, we're not going to check everything off our list that we want to do, and that's okay. I think is a really important attitude to have going with toddlers. It's a different kind of trip.
Yeah, definitely plan out like your must-dos, but then be flexible because you're with a kid, you never know. Like, they might not like something. They might be horrified from. I saw people horrified on Haunted Mansion. Like, kids had to leave. Like, and you're not doing that. Right. Or your kid needs a nap. Like, your kid you need to take them out and take them to a nap. Yep. You never know what's going to come up with kids.
Absolutely, yeah. And so just having that attitude going in, I can struggle with that, but I think having the toddler, having that attitude is just so important. But the thing, when you do want to do things, and you're there with your kid, and they have, 2 parents, you and Steve, right? And you guys want to do something that he either is too short for or that he can't do, the rider swap. So have you taken advantage of rider swap? Oh yeah,
we have. It is definitely pro tip there is the rider swap. Yes. Yeah, so I wanted to talk to you about that because I think we nailed it for a few different things. There was a few times. So we did rope dropping at Animal Kingdom. We rope dropped the Flight of Passage. Yeah. So obviously Hunter can't go on that. So we got to rope drop. Got to Flight of Passage, and then you're able to. One person waits in the standby line. The other person gets to get their magic band scanned, and they get an automatic lightning lane for that, which can be used pretty much at any time during the day.
That's right. Yeah.
So then I went on Flight of Passage. Steve took Hunter, walked around Pandora, got to experience it, and then after I got off, there was a very short line for Navi River Journey. So we went right on that. And instead of him going right onto Flight of Passage, we went and did another ride that Hunter could go on. And then afterwards, when I took Hunter to get breakfast, Steve went on Flight of Passage. Yes. So it's very convenient if you have 2 parents and you both want to be able to do something that your kid can't. Take advantage of rider swap. Absolutely.
Yes. And it's really important to understand exactly what you just said is that you get a lightning lane. You don't have to go right back on. It's something that people assume that you have to go right away. No. You don't. So yeah, that's a really good tip.
Save it for when, one parent's with your kid and they need to take a stroller nap or they need to go and eat something. Save it for then, and then you can go right on. So it is a great thing to do.
That's a great tip. Is save it for those times when you're chilling anyway. Yeah. I don't even think about that. Yeah, that's a great point. The other thing to know is that if you have, let's say you have more than one kid, one can go on and the other can't. Yep. Is that kid can go on both times.
You're right. Yep.
It's that there's usually can be. I mean, it sort of depends, but usually can be one person can kind of be part of like both parties, right, that are going on, that are part of the rider swap. So they do have to wait in line the first time, but then you can take them on the second time. But also if you, again, only have one kid with you or only the adult is riding, another good option along with rider swap is the single rider lines.
Yes.
So you don't have to wait at all, right? Test Track and Rock and Roller Coaster. I hear the Rock and Roller Coaster doesn't save you much time.
Yeah,
I've heard it, but that's the only one. But there's a
Smuggler's
bunch.
Run is a really good one. We did that where we did the single rider, and that saved a ton of time.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So you get right on. And
Test Track too. Is once that's open, it's a really good one.
Yeah, to do. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely take advantage of the single, especially if you're if you're only going to be by yourself, you might as well just go on the single rider.
Exactly. So it's not on a ton of rides at Disney, but where it is, you got to take advantage of that as opposed to rider swap. Because with rider swap, you do have to wait in the standby queue.
Yeah.
And the other thing to understand is if you have a lightning lane for the ride, you can't do rider swap.
Right.
So
because you're already getting this lightning lane thing.
Exactly. So you're only using it when you're waiting in the standby line. So rope drop's a great time to do it. But anyway.
And a lot of people ask, like, with the lightning lane, a lot of people say, like, oh, do I have to get a lightning lane for my kid if they're under 3? Like, no, your 3-year-old can, if they reach the height limit, they can go on with you with the lightning lane, so you don't have to worry about that.
That is a great point. Yeah, we went right before Fran turned 3. Yeah, and you don't pay for a park ticket, and yeah, you just go right on with the lightning lane. It's awesome. Yeah. And if cast members say like, "Oh, where's their thing?" All you got to say is, "Oh, they're under 3."
Yeah.
Because she was right there, and she's she's big.
Yeah.
She looked like she was like 5.
Yeah.
And we actually called before the trip because we were a little nervous because she truly was just under 3, but she really didn't look it.
Yeah.
And so we asked, like, should we bring like her passport or something? She had a passport. Show her date of birth. They're like, no. Like
usually
they
they're
will not
pretty
give you
good
an
about
issue.
it, where they're not going to ask you. And most people are pretty honest about it. We've been with people who have just made the cut, and the other thing is, if your vacation starts right before they turn 3, they are considered 2 the entire trip.
Yes. So if you want to take that 3rd birthday trip,
which is what we are doing, we are leaving.
That's when his birthday is?
His birthday is the 13th. We are leaving the 12th. So we are but if we did decide to stay a little longer, he still would be considered 2.
Stay a little longer.
I know. We're thinking about it.
Halloween
we're like,
parties 3 days later.
I know. We're like, this is really terrible. Like taking your kid away from Disney on their birthday. I know. Like, we are not.
That's true.
We are not good parents there. and actually my birthday is the week before, so we're gonna be there on my birthday. So I get to be there on my birthday, but not my kids.
That's amazing. Wow. Oh man. I'll have to go on my birthday.
Yeah.
My birthday's in October. It's during the Halloween season, so might have to make that happen. Yeah. We'll see. All right, awesome. Anything else you wanted to hit about toddlers?
First haircut.
Oh yes. Let's hear it.
Our last trip was basically planned because of the first haircut.
Yeah.
That was our excuse to go. He needs a haircut. So, and it's funny, but we're like, all right, well, we have to go, so we're gonna go.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah, we probably should have gone a little bit earlier than we did because that hair got very, very long. But I think Steve found out about this, that Harmony Barbershop on Main Street in Magic Kingdom does their own first haircut, and it's not that much more expensive than your typical haircut at home.
Yeah.
I believe it was somewhere around, I think it was $28 maybe for the first haircut.
It's cheaper than getting a haircut as an adult there, I believe.
It might be.
And it's a whole package, but it's not too much.
Yeah, it's a reasonable price. It's a great experience. You make an appointment just like you would for any other reservation at Disney.
Right.
And they take you in pretty quick. They get a Mickey hat and it says "My First Haircut" on the back. They get a certificate. You get to keep the lock of hair. They get stickers. Wow. It is a really, really nice experience.
Yeah, and I mean these days haircuts, even for kids, I mean, and it is 28. I just looked and they get all that stuff, and what do you get? You probably spend 20 these days.
Anytime I take him, I think it's at least 20 or 22. And I mean, this is a whole experience, and it's like an old fashioned little barbershop. It's really cute. They're all super friendly, super nice. Even for me, they do this little like pixie dust, like the magic glitter in your hair. So like they will do that for an adult too for free. They'll like put a little glitter in your hair and make it a little magical. So overall, it is a really good experience. So I highly recommend first haircut in Disney World.
Wow.
And now anytime we go for a haircut, we're like, well, he's got his first one in Disney World.
Yeah, that's right. So step it up here. Yeah.
Nothing's going to beat that.
That's right. Yeah, you might just have to go every few weeks, to Disney World. I mean,
and we are I think this next one, we are just going to do his regular haircut there.
I love it.
We feel like it needs to be a tradition now.
That's amazing. That's one I've never done, is the haircut at Disney.
Yeah, super cool.
I gotta get a little older and calm down a little more, because I'd just probably be sitting there like, I gotta go. But if I had like a kid with first haircut, that would be awesome.
Super cool. Yeah. And he was great for it. They're really good with toddlers. Obviously, I think they have to be. Right. But they give him like a little toy to play with and to distract him, and he was great for it.
Wow.
And a nice little haircut afterwards.
Imagine being a barber and that's where you work.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's like a dream job right there. I would love to do that. Oh my God.
Super cool.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right. Anything else you want to hit with toddlers?
With the haircut thing, I was just thinking of Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. I know we don't have it. It's more for girls. I don't know if your little girl would be too old for it or not. But Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is another like popular toddler young kid. They really make him look into a princess.
Yeah, you see the kid. So his friend never did it.
She never did. Okay.
You see the kids kind of walking around. You'll see a lot of them like they have the hair in a bun and the dress on, and it's a nice thing. I mean, it's supposed to be like an incredible experience.
Yeah,
I think we've.
Are you past? You're probably past that point though. She might be a little too old for it.
I think she probably is by now. Yeah,
she might not be as into it.
Like we were just like, it's too much time.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It is a lot of money too. But if we wanted to do it, like that wouldn't have stopped us. But yeah, it was just too much time. But but that's a really popular thing with the princess, and boys can go into.
They do make them into knights. I've seen that. Too.
Yeah, so
I just know it is more popular for the girls.
Way more.
Way more popular.
Yeah, you got a princess dress and everything.
Yeah.
So a tip with that is you can actually bring your own princess dress.
Yeah, I've heard
they don't
that.
charge you the $120 or whatever it is on top.
It
of
is crazy expensive.
Yeah. So
you gotta really want to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, that's a big one. I feel like for Fran, the peak was like 4 to 5.
Yeah.
I guess it's for a toddler. I don't know when it's considered. Who knows?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're getting there. So anything else?
I think that's it. I mean, those are the biggest things.
No, this is great.
Yeah.
This was great. I think anyone listening to this, if you're nervous about going with a toddler, listen. I don't want to say anything about any specific kids, but toddlers can be tough to deal with anyway. It's going to be tough to do anything with them.
Yeah.
You might as well deal with them at Disney.
Seriously, at least you're getting something out of it.
Exactly.
The same thing with we said you're not going to remember it. You're going to remember it. It's an experience for you. There's nothing better than seeing your kid like so happy in this place. I mean, I'm very excited when we go in August, just because now he's even more into it. He's into the characters, so I'm super excited to see how he reacts to it.
He's gonna lose his mind.
Yeah,
I think ball.
Right now he's into Toy Story, so seeing the big Woody at Toy Story Land, he's gonna lose his mind.
Oh my God, you need a video of that.
Yeah, he's gonna be very excited.
That's great. Well, so head on down to Disney with your toddlers, and if you do want to book a trip with your toddler to Disney World, you can get in touch with me, Steve at justaddmagictravel.com. And complimentary trip planning, no cost to you. Do all the logistics of booking your first haircut, all the boring stuff. I'll take care of it. So, you want to take us out, Ashlee? Any last words?
No, I got nothing.
That's it.
That's it.
Shout out
Take your toddlers.
Take your toddlers. That's it. All right.